Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl Ruka.
And Big Boy Sammy here bringing you Beast Tamer. Hot or not?
Creativity. So this one is all about a beast tamer. We've kind of seen this story before. He's a beast tamer. He works with the heroes party. They fire him and now he's off on his own. So we've seen a lot of this kind of thing in anime in the last couple of years. But did they do enough to make themselves stand out?
So in terms of creativity, I mean, they did make a lot of nods to other animes. So yeah, I guess they did what they did. In terms of it being creative though, I would have liked to see more. Like Ruka said, did they do enough? I guess you'll find out in the verdict.
Entertainment. This one feels like it's focusing more on like the story. It's not really relying on any humor or anything like that. They're taking you through the journey of the way that he was actually treated, because although we have seen a lot of anime that have this premise, they do go more into detail straight away about the way that he was treated by the heroes party, and also the way the normal people receive the party as well, which makes me feel like they're going to bring this back later on to sort of finish it off, if you will, with the heroes party.
Yeah, I get the same sentiments as well. I thought that they hit a lot of elements that will keep you locked in. I mean, what's he gonna do now? Where's he gonna go? Is he really that strong? Because like we had no frame of reference for what a beast tamer could actually do, and it seemed like Rein also didn't have a frame of reference what a beast tamer could do except for where he came from. So that was a nod to something in the future probably. Also, we saw a little flashback about a burning building as well, so who knows, we might get some of those elements explained further on.
Character development. I'm going to talk about Rein. Is he really so unaware of the people that he spent most of his time with for 6 months? Did he really not know that they were this horrible, or did he just not care as long as it wasn't completely directed at him? Now, I am actually thinking that he did not notice. But it's unbelievable that he did not notice his party's growing animosity towards him. Could he not have made it so that he wasn't in positions where he needed to be saved? I get that as a beast tamer, he's probably doing a bunch of stuff, including scouting, and they said that he carried their goods, but they could get someone that could do those things without also causing a hindrance to the party, because he was causing a hindrance. He was falling all over the floor. At least stand next to the healer. I mean, come on, like, you're not even going to try not to make everything worse for everybody else. He's very unaware of the feelings of anyone around him, and we saw this when he went into the town as well. He didn't realize that the townspeople didn't like the heroes party. How did you not notice that? And then he says, oh, that makes sense why people acted towards me like that. It's just ridiculous. He's really simple-minded. And I know that the heroes are like horrible people, but that doesn't mean that just because he's nice, he should get to stay in the heroes party. Like, that's not how it works. And he also never considered taming with his taming ability. When he was talking to the cat spirit, he said he didn't even think about trying to tame her, and he also didn't attempt to tame the tiger that was about to kill him. He kind of just gave up and was like, oh well, at least I helped someone else escape. Was he just gonna lie down and die? He's not ambitious enough to experiment with his own gift, which is a shame, because if he had been experimenting and trying to figure it out, I'm pretty sure he would have realized he was strong enough to tame a cat spirit, or at least attempt it without having to be told by the cat spirit that you should try to tame her.
He needed to be kicked out. There's no qualms about it. He's going to grow better for it, and especially with Kanade on this side and whoever else seems to join the harem that is probably going to happen here, he's going to grow stronger and better. He needed to be kicked out. Did he need to be kicked out in that way? Probably not, because like, okay, I get it, it's grating on you, it's going over time, it's constantly happening. However, none of you voiced up and said nothing. It's a tale of two parts. Both sides should have spoke up. The side that was getting the grievance should have said, yo, you keep putting yourself in harm's way. And then if it kept happening, then he deserved all of this. What they kept saying is that he's worthless, he's useless, you're weak like a child. They didn't say, bro, you're standing in harm's way, get the F out of harm's way. that never happened, but that's fine. I want to talk about Kanade. Kanade is loving, bubbly, nothing like a normal house cat. Like, they actually care about you and stuff like that. And I thought it was really weird that she wanted to be tamed, considering that her whole idea was to leave her boring life. Like, she felt caged, so now she wants to be tamed. That was a bit of an inconsistency for me. However, I do like the characters. I feel like they're giving you where both characters are. I mean, like, look at Rein. He is completely oblivious to everything. He's aloof. He's moving around like the wind and the breeze. He's chilling. And that's not what you need for a hero's party. So did they have the right to kick him out? In my opinion, yes, they did. How they did it, though, could have been nicer, bruv, because he carried your stuff for so long. He scouted for you. Do you get what I mean? Which one of you guys can do that? No one. So, like, give him his props. He helped you out, but he also caused a hindrance. He needed to go. Just don't be a...
World building. I don't feel like I know that much about the world. I can see that it's like sort of an adventurer's world. We know that because we've got the Adventurers Guild who's gone on his first mission. We've got a hero's party, and he also talked about a demon lord. So we have some kind of idea about the types of characters and the kind of setup for good versus evil that we have going on here. And they also did tell us that beast tamers are traditionally not known as being any good in combat. He knows that, and he shared that with us. So it's actually odd that he would even apply to the heroes party at all. Like, that's very strange. Also, it's my dude from Kunlun, because he said everyone is like that where he's from, and it just kind of reminded me of another anime we watched on this channel. And also, they did tell us about these ultimate species, and they also gave us an example of these fairies, dragonoid creatures, and of course cat spirits that are going extinct currently. So again, they're giving us more of a robust idea of what exists in the world without actually showing us everything. So they managed to include more about it without having to show us throughout the anime, which I think was a smart move to give us a quick idea of what we're gonna expect from the world.
Everything you said and a little bit more. So they've set up at the medieval Dungeons and Dragons world. You've got your Adventurers Guild, you've got your Roman forests, you've got your cat spirits, your ultimate creatures and whatnot, which is kind of like they've tailored the world towards the beast tamer. There's loads of beasts to go and deal with. There's like they've built the world around Rein. They've built the world around him, and it looks like his adventure is going to be pretty linear based on the way that the world is built. We've even been told a little bit about the internal politics, where the hero party will suck up to the nobles and not really give a crap about, you know, the normal folk, except for Rein, who cares about everyone else, which kind of gives me Shield Hero vibes, where the Shield Hero actually cared about the people and was there to protect the people during the times of chaos, which I forget the name of. But yeah, so that's the kind of world that we're in.
Plot execution, the plot, big boy.
So he was kicked out of the party. Now he's doing his own thing.
To the verdict. Creativity, hot or not?
Unfortunately, it's a not for me. I don't think it's creative enough for it to warrant anything in this category.
I have to agree. It stays definitely on the same level as similar animes that we've seen, and I haven't so far seen anything that it has added to that. Entertainment, hot or not?
For me, this is a hot. I actually enjoyed it, and I'm willing to watch other episodes to find out more.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm on the fence about this one. Mid.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Character development, hot or not?
Yeah, so for me, I believe it's a hot. I think they did an excellent job in every character that we saw. We knew exactly who they were, even before they spoke. The way they were drawn, the way they had their expressions. And yeah, that's the guy who's a twat. That's the guy who's not. That's a nice guy who's an idiot. I loved it. I think they hit this bang on the head. Hot.
This one is a hot for me. They did a really good job of the characterization, and even though I really didn't vibe with Rein, he was still spot on and consistent. So I enjoyed seeing it. I like when I can get a lot of emotion out of a character, like they can drum up a feeling in me, good or bad. World building, hot or not?
Unfortunately, this is a not for me. I don't mind the world that builds its world around the character, but because I guess they were going down other avenues, they didn't do enough to build the world for me. It was just your generic Dungeons and Dragons medieval town.
It's also a not from me. It did not give me enough of the world at all. Sorry. Plot execution, hot or not?
Yeah, again, this is a not for me. I got kicked out of the party, so I'm chilling. Oh, I'm going to be an adventurer, even though I'm a beast tamer. Oh, I'm going to be a cat spirit, even though I'm very bubbly and nice. Like, there's a lot of inconsistencies that doesn't let me know what's going to happen next. Except for the opening and the ending, which shows a harem of other characters.
There wasn't a plot, so no. So, that's it. So there you have it. Big Boy Sam has gone for 2 out of 5 hots. I've gone for a 1 out of 5 hots. I would say that this anime is probably geared towards younger audiences. I would say around the age of 13, that kind of age range, that they would probably enjoy it. It gave me like after school vibes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I kind of think the age range is a little bit lower. Like, I think we're looking at 9-year-olds, that kind of age, because there wasn't a lot of stuff to grasp here. And 13-year-olds, give them their props. They understand the world a little bit better than this.
All right, I will agree with that. Let's bring the age range a little bit lower, to around 9. So there you have it. That is our decision on the matter, and it's final. No, it's not final. Catch us again for a part 2.
And if you made it this far, we really do appreciate it.
Catch us on Bomb Anime Insta. You know what to do.
Peace.